Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Joe's Retro World. Today we're going to take a look at my favorite console of all time, and that's the Sony PlayStation 2, y'all. Now, over here I have two models. I have the PlayStation 2 Fat and the Slim, as you can see on the left. And then I have another Slim right here on top of this little Sylvania. This is a Sylvania SSC509D. This is a beautiful little CRT TV. It's a 16:9 ratio, flat screen. It has a built-in DVD player, stereo sound. It has four coax audio out in the back, along with regular RCA, analog left and right stereo outputs in the back. So you can hook up a separate audio system if you want to it. But yeah, these two items are meant to be together. As you can see, the PlayStation 2 Slim sits right on top perfectly. And it's great because this TV is designed to be portable. It can take 120, regular plug, and it has a little thing in the back to wind it up and tie it to the back of the TV while you're carrying it around. It has these beautiful handles and stuff. I'll show you that in a little bit. But you can also use a little adapter like this. This is a car adapter. You plug it in into a cigarette lighter. Nowadays, cars don't have cigarette lighters. They used to have power outlets. But the newer cars are actually getting rid of it, so I might not be able to use this in the future unless I, hardwire it somehow. But yeah, it has for 12 volt in the back. Actually, it's 13 point something volts, actually. But yeah, it's a very portable TV. I love them. I love playing my PlayStation 2. I love playing it on this little TV right here. I get to carry it around. But it gets very inconvenient that I have to get my PlayStation 2 Slim, plug it up with its own adapter, plug it up with its AV cables in the front like this, and then plug up the TV and all that. I really would like to have my PlayStation 2 Slim integrated into the TV because I'm using free McBoot, and so all the games are on a USB drive. So I don't have to worry about having to open it and close it with the Laserdisc player. I'm just straight, USB stick. Now I wish I had the model to where I can actually hook it up like a hard drive and play off of SD card that way with that new mod. But unfortunately, this is a 7700, one model and not a 7000 model. If it was a 7000 model, it would have, the proper connectors on the inside, so I can do that mod. And playing off a hard drive is actually better. You get a higher rate of compatibility, but you can still play a lot of games on a USB stick as long as you buy a good USB stick, okay? I have a link to the description to the good one that I got that has a very high compatibility rate with the games. And then also to the free McBoot card that I use. I got that one too, recommended from another channel. So I only have a link to the description to all that beautiful stuff. So just like I said, I would love to integrate this PlayStation 2 into this TV because it's awesome. It's perfect for it. And if I could hardwire it on the inside straight to it and have a power button and everything and still have access to your memory card port and to your controller port, that way you can hook up a joystick if you want to, or change up, different controllers and stuff. Because they got all kind of adapters now that you can hook up to the PlayStation 2. Just like I have this dongle right there. This dongle is connected to my, the Retro Fighters wireless, controller right here. And this is for PlayStation 1 and 2. And all I use is that dongle. So I still want to be able to have all the functionality and capability of the PlayStation 2 to be able to take the two memory cards, two controller ports, and at least one USB port, because that's the one that I'm using to have the games on, right? But I still want to be able to access it to have to change them if I need to. If I want to load a new game that just came out, like that Soul Calibur 3 arcade hack that they got, and I was able to load it to my hard drive. It was too large of a file to put on a USB stick without breaking it down into smaller segments, but that's a whole other thing, and that application never worked for me on my computer, but it might work on y'all, so I'll have a link to the description for that. So yeah, so let's get up close and check this TV out. All right, so like I said, it is a Salvanian SSC 509D. You know, unfortunately, the DVD player doesn't work no more. It does work for opening and closing. So maybe I can clean it and see if I can get it to work. Man, there was some dust in there. That's crazy. Yeah, so see, it might actually work in the end. So I'm trying not to damage that part because I want to see if I can get it to work. Now, right here on the inside, I do have room. I do have room all right here. So I'm thinking that a good controller port could be here, maybe here, and then the memory stick here. So I want to see if I can cut this PlayStation 2 up, cut it in half, and then just basically weld it on the inside right here and Dremel this to where I can have the slots looking perfect, because I want to make sure that it looks part of the TV. Like it had controller ports for here for the PlayStation 1, and then player 2 right here with his memory card and controller here at the same time. It does have stereo sound. It got a speaker here on the right and on the left, and it does sound awesome to me. I forgot where it was. It's channel. So you just push channel. You go to your auxiliary. Yeah, that's at 40, and it still can go louder. Oh yeah. He wants to go silent now. But as you can see, the picture is beautiful. You just go into your settings of your PlayStation 2, and you set it to 16:9 instead of full screen or 4:3. And yeah, it shows awesome. This is through composite, so I can hardwire it on the inside through the board. I've already looked at it, and should be able to do that perfectly without damaging anything. And once I get it all integrated, I'll go through and calibrate it just a little bit. Turn down the color. It's a little bright. You can't see it on the camera because it just won't show it right. But now the PlayStation 2, if I take this back off, let me do that real quick and so I can show you. But let me show you the back first. All right, so back here you can see where this is where you can rope your power cord, right? You just lasso it around right there and tuck it away. And then down here, this is where I was saying it has the left and right audio with coax audio out. So you can actually hook it up, you know, to another system, make it sound louder. Here is where you hook it up to the DC 13.2 volts. That's what it is. It's a plus in the middle and negative on the outside. So let me take this back off and show you. See how small and compact and square that is? It's going to be tight. I'm going to have to cut everything down, just bare bones, so it can fit in there. But yeah, let me open it up and show you. Okay, I should tell you, you will die if you touch the wrong thing inside this TV without discharging it. And even then, some capacitors still might have a current. So, fair warning, you will and can die if you touch the wrong thing. All right, so let's get into it and start touching stuff. All right, so down here, it is a Funai, little CRT tube. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. 16:9. So I'm thinking down there, as you can see down there, I don't know if you can see it too well, but that is where I'm going to have room for my controller port. Okay, down and over here, yeah. And it actually has a lot of room. You just can't tell because I need to remove this board. Now here is the dangerous metal, the wire. Now that there's an analog cap. I will have to discharge it to the ground of this this spring right here. This is a ground for the TV. So I'm going to put a wire from here to a screwdriver, flathead, and I'm going to discharge it later. And there's videos on it, but I'll try to show it in mine so y'all can see. Now the other thing I'm going to have to do is once I get it all disconnected, I'm gonna have to pull this whole chassis out, okay, right here. So let me turn it around. All right, so I set it on top of that towel. If you're wondering what that is, it's a towel. But here she is, a better angle. Now you can see down there in front of these speakers. That's the area where the controller port and the memory stick will go. Now right here on the board itself, I can actually fit like this. It's crazy. PlayStation 2 Slims actually fits just like that. Just like that on this board. So I was like, yeah, I can actually cut it, reduce it down, and mount it somehow just like that. Now this RF shielding little box, this is for the DC input, but it's not being used, so it's not going to create any heat to damage my PlayStation 2 Slim. Now this is the only spot that I have to mount this PlayStation 2 Slim on the inside, so I'm going to have to put it just perfect to where it still has airflow and everything with the computer fan. It needs to breathe. So it's going to be a little tricky doing this, y'all. But as I'm going and doing it, I will let you know the solution to my problems and everything that I come up with. But yeah. What do y'all think? Do you think it's possible to integrate this PlayStation 2 Slim into this beautiful little 16:9 CRT TV with built-in DVD player that I need to go ahead and clean up and stuff? I want to go ahead and adjust the focus, make it look even sharper. That would be nice after I'm done adjusting everything. But okay, y'all. I just wanted to throw this idea out there with you and let you know that, yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I want to hardwire everything. And so I want to start taking this apart and seeing how I can reduce it to fit inside there. All right, y'all. So until next time, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.